and increasing mean sea level pressure in recent days. With these, the northeasterly wind flow is expected to become more dominant in the country, bringing cold and dry air from October until March of next year. Meanwhile, rains may still prevail in most of Luzon due to the northeast monsoon and shear line. Pagasa said Metro Manila, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, Quezon, and Central Luzon may experience cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms due to the shear line. Amihan could also bring cloudy skies with light rains over Batanes, Cagayan, Isabela, Apayao, and Kalinga, and partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains over Ilocos region and the rest of the Cordilleras and Cagayan Valley. The MMDA has announced new traffic schemes ahead of important holidays. The move comes as traffic in Metro continues to get worse amid the holiday season. The MMDA said about 428,000 vehicles have been passing through EDSA, nearly double its capacity of 240,000 vehicles. The agency also sees up to 30% increase in vehicle volume as Christmas nears. The MMDA has also enforced a temporary suspension of excavation activities in the Metro from November 13 to January 8 next year. Mall hours will also be adjusted for the upcoming Christmas season. Starting November 13, operating hours for Metro Manila malls will be from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Sales should also be limited to weekends.
Habang palapit ang Pasko ay yung traffic na i-extend. Normally, ini-encourage po natin na mag-public transport yung ating mga kababayan. Na andyan po ang ating mga bus carousel. Ang MRT po ay nag-increase na rin po ng capacity. In fact, kausap ko po si Yusek Cesar Chavez at si DOTR Secretary Bautista. Nakahanda naman po ang MRT natin at LRT sa influx din ng pasahero. Pasig Ferry ay libre, convenient, walang traffic.
After weeks of rollbacks, fuel prices are expected to climb once again next week. Unioil Philippines sees diesel products becoming more expensive by up to ₱1.50 per liter. Prices of gasoline are also projected to go up by up to ₱1.10 a liter. The Energy Department attributes the potential increase to depletion of crude oil stocks in the United States as well as to the Israel-Hamas conflict. Oil companies will announce final price adjustments on Monday, which takes effect the following day. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. President Bongbong Marcos will be taking home around $4 billion worth of investment pledges from his Saudi Arabia visit. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza with the details.
On his first visit to Saudi Arabia, President Bongbong Marcos immediately wooed business leaders into investing in the Maharlika Investment Fund.
At the forefront of these opportunities is the recently launched Maharlika Investment Fund, the Philippines' first ever sovereign investment fund designed to drive long-term economic development through increased investments in high-impact sectors.
Marcos Jr. said he is looking forward to having Arab traders as partners in the MIF and at the same time benefiting from the kingdom's extensive experience in managing wealth funds. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund is among the world's largest, with assets of more than $700 billion. PBBM's MIF pitch was made even as the fund's implementation is postponed to make way for tweaks. Marcos earlier clarified that the investment fund would be operational by the end of the year. Meantime, the president also trumpeted his government's push for the important legislative amendments that will further open the economy to foreign partnerships. These include the Foreign Investments Act, the Public Services Act, and the Renewable Energy Act. So far, the Philippines and Saudi Arabia have inked more than $4 billion worth of investment agreements at the sidelines of ASEAN GCC Summit in Riyadh. These are supposed to benefit thousands of Filipinos from the construction and human resources services sector. Mobile Journal Julie Baiza, We Are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at other top stories we're watching. The Makabayan Bloc will file a case against former President Rodrigo Duterte next week over his death threats. ACT Representative Franz Castro said she fears for her life after Duterte made snide remarks about killing her in an SMNI interview. Several conveners of Mayors for Good Governance have gathered to discuss national issues and their future plans for the group. Among those present in the meeting were Baguio City Mayor Benji Magalong, Quezon City Mayor Joy Belmonte, and Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto. And the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency burns nearly 6 billion pesos worth of illegal drugs in Cavite. The illegal substances destroyed included grams of shabu and marijuana seized from PIDEA's previous operations. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor today's biggest stories. I'm Maricel Halili. We are One News.